Hey guys, Grassman here, playing more Raid Shadow Legends. So today, we're gonna do a few things. First off, we're gonna do some summoning, but I'm actually gonna... Second, we're gonna do some summoning. But first, I want to show you my progress with these guys. So as you can see, I've started equipping them with some stuff. I put this stuff on Elgus. So he's got a... He's got a speed set, and a shield set. And I haven't given him any masteries yet. I'm working on getting him to 100 proper scrolls, and I'll just buy the first 5. With her, I've got Speed and Relentless, which is an 18% chance to get an extra turn, so 1 in just over every 5 hits will make her attack again, which isn't bad. And she's at 72. And I've actually been having my certain 5 guys grinding the Minotaur, so it's those 2. The Basilisk, who I've given a Daze and Divine Offense. I had that on him already, and he's already got all of his normal scrolls. Can you fill out coffee? Hang on. Here we go, boy. Okay. Sorry, my cat was deciding whether or not he was going to leave or go, and he decided to sit in the doorway instead. So, Basilisk, I'm at 100. Relic Keeper, I'm at 57, and I haven't put him in armor yet. And same with the Miscreant Monster, I'm at 65. So I'm going to put them in armor yet. I have to look up what armor is good for them. And once they all hit 100, I'm just going to give them all their skill stuff. Their masteries. So today, the main thing we're doing, and what's probably in the title, is clicking away ads, apparently. We're gonna go Portal, and as you can see, there's some 10 times chance that we can get from these guys. And recently, I opened like 30 or 40 epic shards, or sorry, ancient shards. I opened like 30 ancient shards, and I got 1 epic. So I should have a good likelihood of getting an epic, and that means I'll have a good likelihood of getting one of these epics. So, I'm going to open like 10, and make sure I have room. Yeah, I have plenty of room. I'll make sure I actually know what I'm going to open. So the only rares I currently have are leveled up. Other than him, he's a 4-star though. So we're going to open 10 of these, and we should get at least 1 epic. Okay, that's 2 epics. That's 3 epics. Okay, so without actually checking these guys, Grinner I'm going to use to power up my current Grinner. Blood Painter, don't really have a use for him. Berserker is kind of useless. Magma Blood, eh. And Blood Rain I'll probably just throw away, or into the vault, I mean. Siegebreaker I will... So Berserker I'll just use to level up someone, I don't need him. Magma Blood, Blood Braid, and Blood Painter I'm going to put in the vault. And and same with Fencer. Grinner and Siegebreaker I'll use to upgrade my current ones. Okay, so going on to these other 3. The one I have already, Haikuatun. She's a barbarian. She's not amazing, but having 2 of her is interesting, so hold on to that. I think the other 2 are ones I had more chance of getting. Soul Drinker, I know is... I believe he's very good. I believe he's a better epic. And Nazana, I think, is also very good. I think they were 2 of the ones you were more likely to get. No, they weren't, surprisingly. I just got them. I did have a higher chance of epics, because I'd opened so many ancient shards before and only gotten rares. Let's check these guys. I believe Soul Drinker is, like, amazing or something. So, Nizana. Attack all enemies. So, okay. So A1, attack all enemies. Every 3 turns, once you hit level 4, places a 50% ally protection buff on all allies for 2 turns. Okay. So she's HP type. Places a shield buff on this champion for 2 turns. The value of the shield is equal to 40% of this champion's max HP. So it's very strong. Steel Breaker. Once on level 7, it's only a 3-turn cooldown as well. Attack all enemies is a 50% chance of placing a 50% decreased attack debuff for 2 turns. Nice. Increases ally HP in faction crypts by 28%. So more than a quarter extra HP. So she is quite good. Take a look at Soul Drinkers. He looks interesting. Raising Hand. Attack one enemy decreases bomb debuff duration countdowns by 1 turn. Okay. So he's an attack type, so he's got 300 attack. What do people normally start with for attack? Her attack is 818. I have a feeling that's because she's like level 50 though. I have no idea what to compare it to. Is 350 good starting attack? Attack 3 times at random, decreases bomb debuff duration countdowns by 1 turn. And Magna Blast. So maybe this guy's not amazing then. Attack all enemies 2 times. Each has a 75% chance, which will increase to 100, placing a bomb that detonates after 3 turns. So doing this skill every 3 turns puts a bunch of bombs that explode, that detonate after 3 turns, to put 2 each time once I get them all the way up. Set Ablaze passive. Place 2 bomb debuffs on each enemy that detonate after 2 turns when this champion dies. Okay, so when he dies, puts 2 bomb debuffs on each enemy that detonate after 2 turns. Okay, so he's okay. He's got bomb stuff. So I don't know if they're amazing. They're definitely decent. She had like the decrease attack and that. For these guys, I guess it just depends what you have. You're the only one I don't know about. Provoke. Chance of extra turn. Heals by 50% of the damage dealt. Places 50% heal reduction debuff for 2 turns. 100% heal reduction. And 30%. Eh. Yeah, I'll probably just throw those ones in the vault. I think I just moved 6 guys to the vault. Plus the 3 epics. I have no idea what I have in my other guy. And we might get some stuff from the summoning event. So that's pretty good. The chance of getting a legendary is like 1 in 200 from ancient shards. And so far I've opened like, I say, 50 to 80. And 2,000 silver, 50 gems. So, yeah, I've probably opened 50 to 80 ancient, so I should get a legendary sometime between now and the next 100 shards. Or now and the next 140 shards. So first I'm going to show you what they're like in the team arena. So you can probably fight this battle. So the first one, might lose. Maybe they can't. I'll refresh and I'll get a weaker team. I guess this technically counts as a weaker team. We'll do an actual battle, but I may as well pick up the gold bars from this one. So that's the team. That plus the Relic Keeper is the team I use. Okay, my phone was really lagging there for a second, sorry. Okay, so this seems like an okay fight. So we're definitely going to lose the second one, and we'll definitely win the first one. So just tell me win the fourth one or not. Which is exactly what we're trying to test. I put a stun set on Elaine. I've definitely said that before, but it is a really good set to have on her. A stun set and a speed set are probably her best ones. I should probably get a speed set on her. We're definitely losing this one. If I put a speed set on her, I'd usually be able to go first. She already has quite high speed. I'd want, like, speed boots, but if I could get a speed set on her with speed boots, I can give her plus 40 speed, plus 12% speed. So we can beat Fury. I'll stun. I usually don't stun because the other ability attacks everyone has a chance of sleeping, but because it's only one enemy. May as well try for fear. And Skill of the Drakes has some synergy with Miscreate a Monster, because if I revive Miscreate a Monster, he then has eye protection. So then when he's hit, he'll put fear from his hit onto the other thing, onto the attacker. And there's an extra turn. I guess that one will. Well, she didn't really have any like AoE attacks, so. This is another one good one to test. Yeah, but only like half the guys I'm fighting with even have armor. These four have armor. I don't know if any of the second wave guys I have armor, and I think two of the last ones do, or maybe three. And it fits them kind of how I play. I just kind of play slowly. I play as I want. I don't need all the strongest guys. And I'll end up just getting guys eventually from playing, but I like that I'm able to have like 30,000 energy on me whenever I want. So I can just play a whole bunch in this event and not play these other days. And things turn out fine. Kill you. This one should have been an easy win, but it wasn't incredibly easy, but it will be a win. Coffee. I sit in the doorway, leave for 10 minutes, and then come back. This one should be a win. To get my dark Aethel into armor. I think I've got a normal Aethel as well, but haven't used her yet. So there's a dark Aethel and a dark Elaine. But there's no dark... There is no dark version of the other guys. One of the other guys already is a dark elf. Reduce the turn meter. Attack this one because the other one's stunned. And he ended up getting getting stunned by the lightning. Normally I would have just done an attack, but I figured it doesn't matter. And I've given the ghost guy a couple of... what do you call the purple stars? I've ascended him. Is that it? I've ascended him like 3 times for 3 purple stars. Because he had an ability that only triggers like once he's at those purple stars. It's like his revive ability. I have used it a couple of times in the mentor. So I've been farming this green stage. Stage 9. They're level 60s. And 3 of my guys are blue, and 2 are red. So 2 will do bad, but 3 will do good. And they're 27,000 power. So they're only averaging just over 5,000 power each. I think it's the Relic Keepers actually bringing them down a fair bit, though. He's not got a lot of power. Okay, that was worth the risk. Killed one and stunned another. Okay, so this guy usually just dies really early on, but I try and get use out of his abilities. And a couple of them are, like, substantially faster. The, skill of the Drakes is fast. This guy's fast. The ghost guy's fast. Whatever his name is. But the other, because they have armor. The other 2 don't have any armor, so they have no extra speed. So really, the main 2 guys I end up fighting at the end with are Skill of the Drakes and Eligus. This guy dies, the one who's being attacked right now. That one. He dies pretty fast because he's weak red. I've got armor on the other guy, the reptilian, so he survives longer. Where'd the thing go? There it is. I'm gonna save that. I want to save his ghost rage ability for when the bull is raging. He doesn't usually get a hit here. And there he goes. No one really has skills that can cool down, so Dead Stop is just higher damage. This one has a chance of playing some block cooldown skills, but again, his skills can't be. Cooldowns can't be blocked. So here I'm gonna Ghost Rage, decreases turn meter, which gives her extra time to attack. And then at some point he dies. Surprised he survived that hit, actually. I said at some point he dies, and at some point, and then he revives with his withstand. And then I usually revive that guy. He doesn't get as much health, but he exists. And he ends up under an ally protection, so if there's ever like... if there's ever just other people... so he has that ability, and if there's ever like, just normal people that can be affected by fear, there's fear. If he's attacked. So now he's got the 2-turn decreased speed by 30%. which is an ability her normal attack has. It has a 20% chance of placing 30% decreased speed, and a 30% chance of decreasing their turn meter by 15%. So now it's a decreased speed. Now she'll be able to get like 2 attacks in. As the Ghost Rage stops the turn meter even more. Did stop for more damage. And then it usually ends up in a situation about like this, where I just end up beating him now. So, you can occasionally lose if he gets really high rolls and he just ends up killing your skill the Drakes too soon. So I'll just say on auto. So, it can also work on auto. You can sometimes lose if you get unlucky in the first fights and you take a lot of damage. Pretty much, it's if your skill the Drake, she's the main damage dealer. If she takes too much damage, that's gonna actually be able to kill most of them. Usually that guy ends up a lot more damaged. The Relic Keeper ends up a lot more damaged most of the way through the first wave. He'll often end up dead in the first wave. And you'll often end up with the back people freezing you as well. The 2 Dark Elves. So I usually try and target them. And sometimes I will use the ally protection buff here. It might end up getting the guy killed, which isn't exactly helpful against the bull. But it can stop them from attacking and dealing more damage to your other guys, which gives you a better chance of winning the fight overall. The Elgist does a bit of damage. He's like the 2nd highest damage dealer. Plus he's got the Ghost Rage, which just decreases the turn meter more, allowing for more time for skill Drakes. She'll usually end up getting a couple of double hits. She usually ends up with at least 1 double hit in a fight. Sometimes it's 2. There's been triple hits. I don't know if I've had a quadruple turn yet, but you can have her go quite a few times in a row if you're lucky. Relic Keeper never survives this long. I'm surprised he's still alive. And that's a total waste of revive. And total waste of Ghost Rage as well. You want to save Ghost Rage for when he's debuffed, because then it gives extra time for skill the Drakes to do extra damage. But yeah, that's kind of stupid. So the only times you really lose are when your first 2 guys die. They usually die fairly fast anyway. But if you're Miscreate and Monster, if he's getting high rolls, Miscreate and Monster will go down quick, and then you've only got the 2 guys. And then from there, he's just gotta get the skill of the Drakes down, and once she dies, you have no reviver. Then you just got Elagos, and he can finish the fight sometimes. Even if he gets killed, he'll end up gaining like 10% HP, 20% turn meter, and 30% HP shield. A 30% HP shield, or 30% of his max HP as shield. So you can end up winning with him just... That's like the worst one. Why? Does the game think he's strongest? He's definitely not. Anyway, so yeah, there's a bonus turn. There's the decreased turn meter. There's decreased turn meter again, and now she get to go again because of all the turn meter decreasing. So even if they both die, Elagos will revive himself the once, or he'll block the death. And there's no way to have a heal. There's no way to get heal blocked in this battle. So. See, there's the stopping death ability, and then usually he can finish off the fight from here. Sometimes, if you're unlucky, he will end up dying here. I have lost this fight. I've probably played it 50 times now, and I've lost like 2 to 5. I think I remember losing like 3. So 3 to 5 or 3 to 6. It's quite hard to lose the fight, but you can get unlucky. I've had probably about 10 fights where skill of the Drake drops too soon and I'm down to just Elagos, but then about half the time he's able to finish it off alone. And that's a huge waste. I'm gonna go back to auto, because they're not using right here. You should have used Dead Stop on these people back here, because it stops both of them from using their freeze abilities. Mark of Fear, because it freezes them. It's probably the most problematic ability through the fight. Because if you get unlucky with the freezes, you can... If you get unlucky with the freezes, they, it allows the guys to get a whole lot of extra damage in. We got those other 3 guys. I'll start buffing them up as well. I'll throw them in the arena at some point once there's open slots. And then once they hit higher levels, I'll experiment with them, and you'll see videos on them. I think it was just the 3, it was like 3 epics, right? Soul Drinker, the one guy. I got 3 epics, right? I think I only looked at 2. But yeah, once I level them up, I'll take a closer look at them. I'll look them up and get some good armor on them. Him having Withstand is incredibly helpful in this fight. Keeps him alive a little longer for the extra AoE damage. I can use this just to finish the one guy off. Normally I really don't like using that there. I want to use it when he's weakened. Because it pretty much guarantees an extra hit from Skeletal Drakes, so long as the turn meter decrease actually works. It's only like a 95% chance of actually decreasing it, 75% chance. And it decreases depending on how much HP he's done. I mean, of course any turn meter decrease is good. Even if it's on the normal stuff, but it is better to do it while he's weakened to get the extra hits. That was the wrong ability. Should be fine here. It's pretty much guaranteed decrease. At this point, when he's down so much HP, it's almost like a guaranteed turn meter decrease with Ghost Rage. Here we go. And 10 more for the Route Keeper. So yeah, I'll throw the 3 guys in the arena and they'll train up. Who was it again? Oh, it was just this guy. Right, so I'll throw the 2 in the arena. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this one. I'm going to leave her in the vault for now. No point in her being out here, I don't have use for her. I already don't really use my main one. Here. Don't really use her. I stuck accuracy sets on her. She's got, like... I don't think she needs accuracy. She doesn't have... She's decreased turn meter. She doesn't have debuffs. I don't know if that affects it. I don't know if accuracy affects decreased turn meter. But I might buff her up at some point. Having 2 of them is interesting. Having multiple of a champion is always interesting. If at any point I end up with like 5 of the same guy, I could like make a really funny team that just constantly decreases turn meter. It'd be hard to lose with a team like that, where you're just constantly decreasing the enemy's turn meter. Because if you give them all enough speed, decrease, 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 and if it's decreasing it by like 20%, you guys have 4 decreased turn meters, and then 1... Or like 3 decreased turn meters and 2 decreased cooldown. Decreased turn ability cooldown. So they're decreasing each other's cooldowns as well as all the decreased turn meter. Be quite an interesting hand. So, anyways guys, hope you enjoyed. Remember, if you like my content, feel free to like and subscribe. I think later might be Plants versus... It might be Terraria. I've got an interesting plan. I want to do something with the trees in Terraria. I'll talk about that more later, and yeah, we'll see in like a week. I'll probably make a video on those guys. So hope you enjoy, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.